Good morning, Longhorns. Let's make this a fabulous academic day. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance and a moment of silence.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good morning, Longhorns. I'm Olivia Vaughn.
And I'm Andrea Valles.
On this day in history, in 1962, the first U.S. citizen to orbit the Earth landed safely in the Atlantic Ocean.
8th graders, grad adventure payment is due by February 28th. Credit and debit card payments can be made online through the LMS website. Cash and check payments can be made in person with your science teacher.
All right, good morning, Longhorns. This is Mr. Carlson with my last video regarding the Volley Time State Tournament. The original tournament was supposed to be February 13th, the day before Valentine's Day. At that time, we only had 5 teams that signed up. So we pushed it a couple weeks, hoping a few more teams would sign up. And here we are, less than 1 week away, still only 5 teams that have signed up. Makes me sad. I tried my best. I feel like I left the FBLA kids down for this fundraiser. At a school of almost 1,700 kids, 30 kids have signed up. So here's my last plea. If you're somebody that was interested but couldn't find a team, I will take single players, and we can hopefully get enough players that sign up that we can make a sixth team. So if you're somebody that's interested, come see me to get this slip of paper. You fill it out, have mom and dad fill it out, you bring your $10, and I'll try to register and get a team. We'll call it like a wild card team. That's the best I can do. And if you're a team out there that was thinking about entering, but you haven't got your money, please, we're running out of days. Please turn it in. It goes to a great cause for our FBLA students to compete at the state tournament. That's pretty much all I have. I'm hoping there's a few of you out there that would like to do this tournament. It's a lot of fun. We got high school referees coming. It's going to have the scoreboard. We're going to have an intense games of volleyball, and we're going to have a lot of fun. So hopefully that sounds good to you. If so, bring your money in. If you're somebody that just wants to be a single player, come see me for the form. Have a great weekend. Go Longhorns.
Gordon Parks was an influential artist, his work involving photography, illustration, and other forms of multimedia. He was mainly known for his work concerning the topic of racism and social segregation. His artwork portrayed the difficulties of living life as an African American in the 1900s, as well as the social injustices that they faced. As an African American man himself, Parks dealt with the prejudice all of his life. As a result of this, he was determined to capture the emotions of those around him, based on the way that they were being treated. Just as Martin Luther King Jr. did with his speeches, Parks chose to express himself through this. Unlike King, however, Parks turned to art. He captured photos of the areas he lived in, of the segregated pools and dining rooms. He took pictures of children facing poor education and poor parents struggling to maintain a life for themselves and their families while they worked their 16-hour day jobs. Through this, he brought light onto these scenarios, showing the world what it was really like to live in the face of adversity. Although this was a well-known fact, it made a large impact to actually see the images and have the tangible evidence available. His work greatly helped with the civil rights movement, even appearing on famous magazines such as Vogue, which showed the ugly face of racism to those who were higher up, such as the rich and famous. The appearance of his work here allowed the message of civil rights to spread upward to new audiences, fueling the fire and bringing knowledge to what it was really like on the inside to those on the outside. This allowed people to form a sympathy for the lesser class, earning subtle support from some people. The images that this photographer created fueled the effect of the civil rights movement and further pushed people to stand up for themselves, now that they could see the innocent women and children, and even the men, suffering on the streets, unable to find homes or income. Without people like Parks, it is unlikely that civil rights movement would ever have gained the traction that it did. Without people like Parks, it was unlikely that the civil rights movement would have succeeded.
Did you know African Americans were responsible for the invention of 3D graphics, blood banks, gas masks, potato chips, and super soaker water guns? That's all for today. Remember, we are Longhorns, helping each other reach a common destination.